Hello, everyone. Mahaba. Ramadan Mubarak. How's everyone doing this evening? I haven't gone on live in a little bit because well, I've been busy. Well, I've been posting my little shorts here and there, videos that I make. Um, Earlier, I made an amazing hummus. So delicious. I had it over carrots and it was really, really good. Very easy recipe. Well, you can use fresh chickpeas, but you have to soak them overnight to soften them, and then you have to prepare them, make sure that they're soft and fully cooked. Or you can do what I did, and I used 2 cans of chickpeas. I used 2/3 of a jar of a tahini, and I used 2 whole lemons, seedless lemons, for the lemon juice. I added crushed chili onions. I added um, minced garlic and olive oil. I said salt, pepper, garlic, minced minced onions, the chili onions, and it came out delicious. Really, really good. But in other breaking news here, we have we have a whole bunch of stuff going on. Um, in in pop culture news, we have a housewife who was fired from a new show that she was supposed to start, but because of her racist comments about Benito Bo, Bad Bunny, and how she was so offended by it. Well, the new show that she was supposed to start working on, they decided to go against her, and that was a very good decision on behalf of that network, that production company. But they also need to remember about the other one, and the other one is Ramona, because Ramona has has said a lot of stuff on social media that is not appropriate, and so she's another one. So you might want to check on her, give her a little checkup from the neck up, and see what's going on inside and from the past as far as things that she has said, because she's been very offensive. And then you have the other girl, the other lady. Or the leader of the pack was Jill Zarin. Jill Zarin took the lead, and she went off on a whole tangent about the fact that she didn't like that. She didn't like Benito singing in Spanish. And she didn't like the fact that there were no white people. She didn't like the fact that while he was dancing, because in the Latino cultures, you're dancing like he was just grabbing himself, but not grabbing himself in a blank way, but it's just part of the dance. But she wasn't happy about that. So she expressed her dissatisfaction, and because she expressed her dissatisfaction in a very in a racially biased tone, they said, no, we don't want you. We we're not going to be working with you. And so she's gone. And then you have the other one. She was, what's her name? A Taylor. Taylor posted something about not liking it, and she must have been so lit on that night of Super Bowl Sunday that she thought that the Puerto Rican flag was the Cuban flag. No, close, but no cigar, sister. So that happened. And then you have the other one, Bethany, who made a comment, and then she decided to pull it back and kind of come back with, retract it and say, well, where is the line? Where is the line drawn on, you know, how you should speak about things, political things and injustice? Well, where's the line drawn for stopping things that are unjust and inhumane and brutalizing economically, socially, medically to indigenous and minority communities? Where's that line? There is none, because it keeps happening. And then who is the other one? Oh, then you have the lady, the other girl, Kelly. She was going off, nothing to do with the Super Bowl, but she was having a fit with some doctor, and she was just saying ridiculous things and going off about the woman's name, you know. So yeah, but she's not on TV anymore. She's not going to be on TV anymore because of her antics and because of her viewpoints. But that's what's been happening as far as the you know, the pop culture arena goes. And what else? You have one of the characters, not characters, she's a cast member. They're not characters, they're actual people. Hi, 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 hi. Hi, 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 hi. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, 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 hi. Thank you, thank you. Hi, hi, thank you, thank you. Hi, hi. How are you? Thank you, thank you. Um, yeah, so you have from the Housewives of Potomac, you have the lady Wendy, her and her husband allegedly um, did some things to claim some items were removed from their premises, and it turned out that it was those were allegations that were not correct. But again, now the claims against her are allegations. So, you know, we have to always throw in that word, allegations, because, you know, until it's proven, it's an allegation. Hold on one second. My refrigerator is it's buzzing because I have mason jars on top. Oh, God. So where was I? Oh, I was talking about the allege, the allege. Hi, 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 hi. What's that? What's that? Yeah, okay, okay. Um, yeah, yeah. For that woman, it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. But yeah. So what happens here in with these shows? You have people that they try to show to the world that they have all this exceptional wealth and that they're living so high and mighty, and it's all on credit, you know. It's all on credit, it's all creditors, it's all for show, it's all for show. And you know, when you're living like that and you know you're doing stuff to impress people, what does that say for you as far as like where you are and how you feel? Because for me, to be quite honest, I don't give a blank, and it's an, you know, it's not a vowel, it's a consonant, it's an F. That's the letter F. Vanna White, turn the wheel, the letter F. I don't give a blank about trying to impress people. You know why? Because at the end of the day, they're not going to do nothing for me. They're not going to be paying bills. They're not going to be paying taxes. They're not going to be taking care of co-payments for expenses, you know? And, you know, it's a shame people do that. They want to impress people and they want to try to live like they're, oh God, I've got wax pits. Yes, they're always waxed. If I got little nubs, it's gotta be waxed off. But yeah, these people they live way above their means. They live above their means, and you know they try to impress the world. But you know that's this whole Bravo network. Like they started these shows with these women that supposedly they had some kind of status and wealth, but now the whole premise is it's all about it's arguing and it's all about who has more, who shows up with a better car, who shows up with who's got the bigger house, you know. And yeah, that's good, that's nice and all, but at the end of the day it's not going to make you better than me, and it ain't going to make you better than the next person. So that's the real word, that's real life. But yeah, these networks, they create these shows where people are supposed to have this, like, these affluent lifestyles. And granted, some of them do, but the ones that do, from what I see, a lot of it is just, it's all smoke and mirrors. It's all flash. You know what I mean? It's all flash. Because people that have genuine money, they don't they don't have to broadcast it. You know what I mean? They don't have to broadcast. And that's where these shows, they kind of, they tilt on, not tilt, they go into a delusionary type of environments with cast members, because they know that these people don't have the means for this kind of money. They know it, but yet in order for the networks to make the money, and people, when you sell your soul, when you're like, well, okay, well, I gotta be on TV, I gotta be on TV. You sell your soul. Well, while you're selling your soul, you're also, like, you're selling your whole, like like everything, because everything is all fake. It's all for show. It's all for show. And if you take all that away, um then what? It's like, just the shows, they're all, to me, they're all BS. They're all BS. It's a lot of toxicity and a lot of fakeness, but they're figuring all that out. They're figuring all that out. So here's the hydration. um yep, that's the pop culture world. The pop culture world. um So that's what's going on there. And in politics, our president, Mr. Donald Trump. I don't think Donald Trump was ever loved. I don't think he was ever, like, coddled. I don't think anybody held him in their arms. Like, maybe his mom didn't, like, coddle him and say, "Oh, honey, you're so cute. Look at those cheeks." No. I take that back. Don't smack the baby. No, no, baby. So I think maybe Donald wasn't loved enough. Maybe he wasn't loved enough, and he wasn't coddled, and he wasn't cared for, and that's why he has to be such a, like, argumentative and aggressive person when people disagree with him. He he Donald, do you need love? Donald Trump, do you need love? If you need love, I'll send you the love angels. They'll send you love, Donald J. Trump. Yeah, what a crazy time we're going through. Absolute total bananas. I mean, the money that is being spent for ICE is taking away from the advancement and the opportunities that should be available for citizens here. And you're taking away from that, because what you're doing is you're trying to, and it's actually not you. I've come to the real conclusion that I feel 100%, I'll say 99.9%, that it's Stephen Miller who is telling you what to do. He is designating these heinous acts, and you're just like, oh, okay, whatever you want. Because I think, to be honest, I think he's pretty much like in like he's in an impaired state, kind of, with his cognizant abilities, because you could see a lot of times that he just does stuff that is not, it's not normal. And he does stuff that is kind of like what they call sundowning. Who's that, Kelly? Yeah, okay. No, no, not for you in that one. Yeah. So I think he definitely, he's someone who, well, he's allowing Stephen Miller to make these plans go into effect. That's what he's doing. I don't think that it's him. I don't think that it's him. I think he talks a tough talk, uh, to like to be impressive with people. But I totally think that it's Stephen Miller. He's the one behind like everything that's been happening, like with ICE and all that. And then you have that other one. She dresses up like she's a cowgirl, or with her cowgirl hats on and her, her chaps. What's her name? What's her name? The one from Homeland Security. Oh my God. Yeah, she's got the she's her and Corey Lewandowski. They're kind of chummy. Those two. Yeah, Homeland Security. What the hell's that lady's name? Anyway, so yeah, and you're destroying the fiber, the thread of communities. You are, but people are still sticking together. People are still working together to protect community members, because instead of, like what I said, processing the people, the migrants that are here, processing them because they've already been here, living here in the United States, and allowing them to stay. So for anyone who doesn't have any type of legal issues, and I'm not talking about traffic tickets or a speeding ticket or parking violate, traffic tickets, stuff like that, or a late water bill, some type of nonsensical stuff like that, because they're not dangerous people. You're coming up with this scenario that, oh, everyone who's being taken, they're all criminals, they're all illegals, and they're criminals, and they're dangerous. No, they're not. That's total bullshit. You know it, and I know it, and so does the whole freaking world. So now you have the European Union speaking out, because they're not trusting you. They're like, Donald, listen, you're gonna keep fucking up, and we're gonna just bounce. We're not gonna hang with you. You're doing stuff that's totally off the freaking chain. You're doing stuff that's so out there. Oh, and now if he goes to war with Iran, if we go to war with Iran, or if he allows Israel to go to war with Iran, we are going to be so screwed. We are really going to be screwed, because actually Israel is the one who's doing this stuff. They're the ones calling the shots, because they have America in their pocket. Because I'm going to say like more than 70% of these politicians are all paid by APAC. They're all stepchildren of APAC, adopted children, and they pay for their campaigns. They pay for their media advertisements. They pay for they get extra bonuses or whatever. Then they get all these other contacts, so they can make money on the side with other companies. Yeah. So for all of those people that are in politics, in Congress, you're you all need to be asked out. You all need to be out, and you need to be gone. Because if you want to accept money from a foreign country that their citizens have universal health care, right? And we're paying for it. So for all these politicians that are getting money from APAC, you need to be out. You want to do something else with your life? Go right ahead. Nobody's stopping you. But we, the people, sure as F do not want to see you serving any type of public. You could serve? You could serve your dog, you could serve your cat, not the American people, because you're taking money from a country that is doing what they've been doing. But of course, it's been greenlit by America, because we're the ones giving them the money. You know, we are the UK, yeah, Germany. Unreal, unreal. Yeah, all of you sacks of poop that take money from APAC, you know where you can all go. You can all go, you can kick rocks, and stick your head in a big bag of a pile of shit. That's where you can all go, because that's what you are. You know, supposed to be your constituents are supposed to be the citizens of the United States, and the members in the districts that you live in. Okay, not to enrich and enforce Israel and what they're doing, committing geno. Yeah. So for all of you, everyone, elections are coming up. There's going to be elections coming up in 2020, right there, right now, coming up. It's like right around the corner. Research whoever you want to vote for, and if they're getting benefits, money from APAC, you make that conscious decision whether you want someone who takes money from a genocidal country, or if you want someone who is going to work for the people and not take money from APAC. Start doing your research, people. Start doing your research, because the only way to initiate change is to start. Because an injustice to one is an injustice to all, and that's where it is. And there's no shortcut around that. Absolutely not. Hydration. Stay hydrated, everyone. We got right here in New York, in the Bronx. Well, I'm not in the Bronx anymore, but I grew up in the Bronx. Um, Richie Torres. Richie Torres takes money from APAC, and he got just endorsed by Espiat. Espilat. Yeah, you're another one. People, research who your candidates are, find out what they're about, do your homework, and if you're okay giving your vote to somebody who supports Geno, knock yourself out, knock yourself out. But if you have a conscience, you'll vote for someone who doesn't accept money from them. And that in of itself should be illegal, that a foreign country can give money to United States politicians for their campaign to benefit who? The agenda of APAC. Not to benefit the people, not to benefit the constituents, to benefit APAC. Because when APAC says, listen, bitch, I need you to jump 8 inches, you bitches are going to jump 10 inches. Yep. Freaking gotta be kidding me. Unreal. Anyway, everybody, you have a good night. Stay safe. Today is Ramadan, and today is what are the Ash Wednesday. Oh, do you know that I saw a video? The ashes prevent your pineal glands from functioning, and your pineal glands is what's part of your brain and what makes you think and gives you your skill set and your cognizant skills and all that. Yes, it does. So, yep, stuff to think about. Anyway, everybody, have a good night. Do the right thing by people. I'm reading this. Who's on here? What are these names? I'm surprised I could see. Oh my God. What does this say? Wow. What? This is a day and age of internet mental health problems, really, because you'll get people that'll come on and they'll say like such ridiculous stuff, and it's like, yeah, okay. And then if you say something smart back to them, then you can get blocked. And no, I don't want to do that, because no, 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 and no, 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 I don't think so. See, yeah, finally figuring it all out. But anyway, everybody have a good night and take care of yourself. And remember, always do the right thing. Do the right thing by people. Because when you're not a good person and you're creepy, it comes back. It does. It does. Yep. Till next time. See ya. Bye. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, everybody.